Yo, what up, everyone? Amir here, owner Rapping and Snacking, getting into another Collector's Corner episode. Hit me up on Instagram and TikTok. I Rapping and Snacking. Subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it as always. This episode is going to cover everything that I picked up while I was in Australia in May. So I went to quite a few shops, and yeah, gonna go ahead and get into it. So first off, I went to this shop called Northside Records. And one thing I want to actually preface here is everything I bought, I'm going to go ahead and say what I bought them for in Australian dollars. And as of now, the Australian dollar is pretty much like, I think it's about 67, 66 cents, US cents to the Australian dollar. So pretty much everything essentially, just to give you kind of like a baseline, is 30% off for US if I want to kind of give it that just benchmark, 30 to 35% off in that range. So if I, for example, say something in this video was 100 AUD, that can pretty much translate anywhere between 65 to 70 US dollars. So just heads up, because I'm going to say everything in here in Australian dollars, so just wanted to let y'all know. So first spot I went to is called Northside Records. I bought a few things, and this might be my favorite shop that I went to on this particular trip, just due to the pickups I got. You'll see why. Generally speaking, in my past couple trips, it has not been my favorite. It's been good though. So first off, I got here I spent here 300 AUD, so about 200 US, and you'll see why this was just a hell of a come up. First off, here I got the Lady of Rage V8 to LA. I know some of these were signed when they were sold, so this one comes with a signature to I don't know who, but I was happy to find the CD because this was like $5 in their bin, and I know these sell for much more than $5 online, so I was happy to get that. I also got the Lynch Mob Planet of the Apes on vinyl. So I was happy to get this. Didn't have this on vinyl, so stoked to add that to the collection. Also got MC Shan's Down by Law. Added that one as well. Boom, boom, boom. And then now where it gets super sick, in my opinion, I got this Black Alicious Nia album. And this is the harder one to find. This is the one that has 3 vinyl records instead of 2. It has instrumentals on the extra disc, and it also is like a gate. It's like a vinyl cover, so you actually open this up like this. This is how you open it, like that. So it has a flap, and then you slide the records out. So this is the cover, and then now you have this gatefold right here that has all the records. So pretty cool stuff. 1 record in the first flap and then 2 in the second flap. So pretty cool stuff. I don't have another record like this in my collection where it has this kind of display, and they're not cheap either, right? So this, I was very happy for what I paid for. And this was actually about 100 or 120 AUD. But the real cream of the crop, I was just curious because I saw a J Dilla toy on display, and usually if things are on display behind the counter, it's usually just that store's copy. They have it just to kind of show off in the background what they got, and usually a lot of times some of those things aren't for sale if they're actually like on display like that in the background, at least in my experience. But I saw this J Dilla toy just chilling in the background. I just asked, I thought it was a long shot. I just asked, is this for sale? And they said, yeah. Or they said, I'm not sure. Someone just sold it to us not too long ago, but, let me see. And then I'm like, all right. So I was expecting him to come back and tell me it was going to be a lot of money to sell. And he says, all right, well, it's going to be quite a bit, probably 3 figures. And I'm like, okay, that's what I was expecting. Because anyone who knows this toy or any J Dilla toy, this Stussy one goes for a few $100 online. And I've see actually some going for sale online. Check before this video. There's some on sale for $700, some for $800. I know some have sold for a few $100 in the past. So he came back and told me 100 AUD. So that's like 65, 70 bucks US. I was like, okay, does it have the box? Comes with the box too. So I have all the accessories. I have the box. I can clean it a little bit. There's like a little bit of dirt on here, but I can just very easily clean it. And this is like pretty great. Comes with all the accessories, comes with a box. I couldn't believe it. So all this stuff that I just showed from Northside Records was 300 AUD, complete steel. I was shocked. Even this for 300 AUD would have been a win. So that was awesome. So that was from Northside Records, and that, just goes to show you never know unless you ask, and I'm happy that I asked, because I was assuming just a flat out no when he told me that one, when I saw that one. So boom, very stoked about that. Now, moving on to the next record shop. This one is called Searchers, and this I got 4 records from here for 190 AUD. I got Biz Marquis, The Biz Never Sleeps original pressing, still in open shrink. Was happy to go ahead and get that. I got Black Moon's Enter the Stage. This is also, to my understanding, this is the original pressing. So I was happy to go ahead and get this one right here. Went ahead and got Digital Undergrounds. This is an EP release on vinyl as well, so shout out to the DU. And then I also got this one, which was the most expensive of the bunch. This is Lord Finesse and DJ Mike Smooth's Funky Technician. This one has the gold text right here. So some have white text. I think some also have red text. And to my understanding, this is the original US pressing. So I was happy to go ahead and get this one. I'm almost certain. I remember I looked it up while I was in the shop, and I'm kind of forgetting now while I'm doing this video. But boom, so I was happy to go ahead and get this one too. Now, that was Searchers Records, like I said, 190 AUD. Moving on, I went to this place called, what's it called? Wax Museum. It doesn't say on the receipt for some reason. But Wax Museum, I spent 30? No way. It was more than 30. This is probably for something else. I'm not remembering how much I paid for this. Anyways, I don't remember how much I paid for this. I don't have the receipt, but I'll just go ahead and show y'all anyways. So my bad on that. I got Guru, this single right here, Cave In, still in open shrink. Rest in peace to Guru. I got this song by LaToya. I don't believe I've heard it. It's called All Eyes on Me, featuring Paul Wall and Slim Thug. So this was in kind of like their cheap bin. So I went ahead and bought it because I always love finding these R&B songs or other genre tracks that have rappers on them, because sometimes they're whatever, but sometimes they're good. So hoping this one's good. Surprisingly, never had this one, so I went ahead and picked it up. This is MOP's How About Some Hardcore 12-inch single right here. Boom, boom, boom. And this song may surprise some people, but I actually love this song, although the mix on it could be better. Extremely popular. Shakira, Hips Don't Lie, with Wyclef on it. Always thought that the Tupac reference on here by Wyclef was interesting. So anyways, yeah, dope song, dope cover. This song was like everywhere when it dropped. I remember my family liked it too, so boom, boom, boom. And then, yeah, that's everything I got from Wax Museum. Now, to move on, we're going to get into some other stores, one of which is going to be this shop called Savers, which is kind of like their equivalent to like Salvation Army, and just one of those shops where a lot of people sell secondhand goods. So they'll have merchandise in terms of clothing and hats and shoes, and they'll also have board games, they'll have CDs, they'll have a media section, etc. So here I went ahead and I spent only $4.95 AUD. So I got 5 CDs for $4.95. So awesome stuff. Casey and JoJo's All My Life, one of my favorite songs ever. It's fantastic. So got that one. I got Maroon 5's This Love. This was actually when I was a kid. When I was in middle school, this was one of my favorite songs. This is like when I was discovering rap and whatever. So I bought this kind of for nostalgia, and holds a special place with me just because I played it so much when I was younger. This is Nelly's Dilemma right here. Boom, boom, boom. So y'all will probably know this one. I got this Run DMC versus Jason Nevins. It's like that remixes, so pick that one up. I haven't heard these remixes before. And then I have Usher's Confessions Part 2. Not only do I like Confessions, but I also had never heard of this song. It's called Confessions Part 2 Remix, and that has Shine, Kanye, and Twista on it. It could have been better for sure, in my opinion, because I heard it for the first time, when I bought this, and I just imported it into my iTunes pretty quickly after. And the Shine verse is recorded through the prison phone, so I'm just like, dude, it just sounds terrible. You got everyone in the studio, then you have him, it sounds just so off, it doesn't sound good. So I was pretty pissed about that had a lot more potential. When you see, you got to think this is what, mid-2000s, you got to think that we have Twista, who was crazy, Kanye, they did slow jams, they did Overnight Celebrity, so you're already expecting a bop, and then you have Usher, who's just a great singer. And then you got Shine on here, which kind of ruins that part. And if I recall, I wasn't crazy about Kanye's verse either. I'm not totally remembering because I really only heard it once, because just that, jail phone shit kind of annoyed me. So anyways, maybe y'all will think different. Let me know if you've heard it. Now, I went to this other place. This was third. Okay, yeah. So this place is called Dutch. I think it was called Dutch Vinyl. It doesn't say on the freaking receipt for some reason, but I think it was called Dutch Vinyl or Dutch Vinyl Cafe, something like that. So I spent 30 AUD here. I got the cassette tape, DJ Jazz Jeff, Fresh Prince, The Things That You Do. This is an open shrink. Sean Paul's Temperature. This song is a freaking banger. If you go clubbing or going to parties or anything like that, you've heard this one 100 million %. And then I got Special Ed's Youngest in Charge. This is the original pressing right here. Pick this one up as well on vinyl. So that was for 30 AUD for all those. And then now moving on to another spot that I went to in Australia. This is going to go ahead and be a spot called Licorice Pie that I only bought one record from for 100 AUD. And this is Fantastic Damage by LP. This is also on 3 vinyl records. Boom, boom, boom. So it's a gatefold. And then, like I said, it's on 3 records. So 1 in the first, and then 2 in the second sleeve. So pick that one up. Extremely clean copy. Now moving on, I went to this place called Plug 7 Records. And I got this for 95 AUD. Why do I feel like I bought something else from here and it's not in this? No. Yeah, I spent 95 AUD on this. Leaders in a New School Time. Honestly, if I can go back, I would have just not bought it for this price. I think I initially thought it was 65, and then I misread it wrong, and I was already talking to the cashier for so long about other stuff, and I was checking some other things out that I just didn't end up buying. So it's kind of like a pity buy in a sense. I would have definitely bought it for 65. I guess I'd still bought it for 95. I'm like, whatever, dude. I just come up with that J Dilla score and a few other things. I was feeling good. So 95 AUD for this original pressing still. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Now, the last spot that I hit up while in Australia, I went to twice because it's close to where I was staying. And I have 2 receipts. One is for 30 AUD, which I bought this from, or I bought this. So this is Def Jam's It's the New Style. This is 30 AUD. And this is interesting because I'd never seen it before. And I went ahead and I read, because they put on descriptions right here of what you're buying on some of the releases. And this says, a comp from 1987, which was strangely only released in Australia and New Zealand to give a taste of the new sound, just as the Beastie Boys, LL Cool J, and Public Enemy were starting to break big, and blah, 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 blah. So I was like, no way, this is Australia only. I looked it up. Sure enough, Australia only. So I bought this for 30 AUD just on the strength that I'm only going to find this most likely in Australia, and Def Jam's one of the most iconic labels of all time. So I had to go ahead and pick this one up. Very interesting compilation. So this was for 30 AUD. And then I went there another time and I spent 215 AUD. I bought, so you'll only see 2 records here. I also bought another record that's not in this video because I gave it to my girlfriend, but you'll only see these 2. So that one, just ignore that, but these I got for 180, and I actually bargained a little bit, so I'll say this is probably like 165 or something. So this is Commons B, original US pressing on vinyl. Not a gatefold, so I'll just keep it in the sleeve right here. And then I also got Eric B. and Rakim's Don't Sweat the Technique, original US pressing. Very happy to get this. I didn't have this yet, and it's honestly not the easiest record to find on vinyl for the original US pressing, so I was pretty happy to find that. And yeah, that was, like I said, 215 total because I bought something else that's not in the video. But yeah, that's everything I got from Australia on this trip. I was there in May for like 3.5 weeks, whatever it was. So anyways, y'all, any questions for me, go ahead and let me know. Let me know your favorite pickups that I got in this video. I'm always intrigued to see what y'all like and if you have any questions and all that stuff. So hit me up on Instagram, TikTok, Rapping and Snacks, and subscribe to the channel. I'll talk to y'all next time. Bless up.